one thing throughout this entire journey that has stayed true is making these videos is what makes me happy. As today is the last day of Vlogmas, I figured this would be a perfect opportunity for all of my new subscribers to get to know my backstory a little bit more. I very first started YouTube back in like 2015, 2016, when my cousin and I had a Minecraft channel. Now that channel didn't last very long, probably only a year or so, but it really just planted the seed in me that making content was something that I really enjoyed doing. So fast forward now to August of 2019. I'm just getting ready to start my senior year of high school when I get the sudden urge to make a video. And I'll never forget that feeling, how strongly and how passionately I wanted to do this. Even though I had no idea how to do any of it, I just had an idea and I wanted to do it. So I uploaded my first video and I was excited. I had no idea what kind of content I wanted to make, but all that mattered was that I was excited for it. So in the very beginning, I was making content at an extremely inconsistent rate. I could have had videos coming out back-to-back days, or I could have had videos coming out maybe once a month. Because as I was starting my senior year, I got really busy. You know, that year I was in a lot of stuff. I was president of the senior class, and I did a bunch of different things in school, so like, I didn't have a ton of time, but I still made time whenever I had time to make videos. After several months of inconsistently posting on YouTube, the world was shut down. This marks the beginning of the pandemic. And now the pandemic was a time, especially like right in the heat of it, that a lot of people were blowing up, whether that be on YouTube, on TikTok. Like, people were making tons of content and everyone in the whole world was watching because that was all there was to do. And so of course I figured, why not do that? I could double my content output and potentially grow a whole bunch. But the amount of content I was putting out didn't really matter because, quite frankly, the videos were bad. Obviously at the time I didn't think so, but looking back, so during the pandemic I was locked in my house and I just grinded. I made YouTube videos, like, I was probably pushing like one a week out regularly, and that was until I started college. Started college, again, I was back to, or I guess continuing, the inconsistent video schedule. And understandably so, because honestly, I commend anyone that's able to like go through that workload of college and be consistent doing something else. Only this time, my inconsistency really was bothering me, and I really just did not like the rate at which I was putting out videos. I knew I could do better. So after some serious Casey Neistat binging, I decided to start a daily vlog. So once I started that, not very long in, I felt as though I had solved my consistency problem. I felt like I was able to put a video out every single day that I was pretty happy with and be able to show up again and again every day. So the daily schedule is one that I was able to hang on to and I was able to keep doing for 94 days in a row. Now, I really, you know, looking back in hindsight, I would have loved to have been able to do 100 days in a row, but it wasn't in the cards. Mental health was deteriorating. I would say probably 3 weeks or so into the daily vlog is when I made the decision official to drop out of college. You see, it was the consistency of my schedule that cemented in my heart that I knew for a fact that I wanted to do YouTube. So in December of 2020, I dropped out. I moved home and I officially began phase 2 of my YouTube journey. So when I moved home, I got my old job at Taco Bell back so I could, you know, pay the bills. And then I continued to grind on YouTube. And at that particular moment in time, my videos needed a lot of work, looking back. In the moment, I was super happy with them, and I was really excited to be like, being able to devote a lot more time to them. But also in that moment, I was unaware of how much I had to do and how much work it would take to get my videos to the point where I wanted them. So in the year of 2021, I made a ton of videos. I didn't grow a whole ton. I think I probably got up to like, I went from like 500 to, I don't know, maybe 700, 800, 900 maybe. I wasn't very close still to getting monetized, but that didn't stop me. Not at all. I kept going, I kept grinding that whole entire year. Before long, it was 2022. And honestly, 2022 and 2021 weren't that much different. At the end of 2021, I did do Vlogmas, but in the year 2022, I did 4 vlogs per week, every week, the entire year. 2022 was an extremely high quantity year for me because I probably did 200 plus videos that year. Plus, on top of that, I started making shorts. In March of 2022, it happened. I hit 1,000 subscribers. So on March 25th of 2022, I hit 1,000 subscribers. This was a huge moment for me, I think, because when this happened, I think part of why it was so emotional was because I was realizing that things were going to happen. Because see, from that moment on, I could see it, right? I could see the 1,000 subscribers, and that meant that whatever I wanted to do with the channel was 100% possible, because from the start, one of my big goals was to hit 1,000 subscribers, and seeing that come to life showed me that anything was possible. So I had some serious momentum going into the next few months, and a few months after I hit 1,000, I started to post shorts. When I started posting shorts, I went from just over 1,100 subscribers to 2,000 in like 2 months, which at the time was absolutely mind-blowing. I was so excited because that's like 1,000. I doubled my subscribers in like, so from this point on, I would post shorts regularly, multiple times a day for like several months. But after a while of posting a ton, and I mean a ton of shorts, I stopped. Because what happened was, I was so focused on getting 4 shorts per day out that not only were the shorts starting to lack in quality, but the long form was starting to lack as well. I wasn't really improving on my long form, which after all was long form was what I started YouTube for in the first place. Not only that, but seeing that all of these shorts views were coming in, but almost none, like 99.9% of them did not translate to long form viewership, which if I had to guess was something that a lot of people on the platform had to deal with as well. They got an influx of subscribers, but the viewership on their long form didn't really uptick at all. So at first I saw that and I was like, all right, maybe I just need to get more shorts views. That way we can build up that audience. And I started to change up the short strategy a little bit. I started taking the shorts from the videos that I was making and using them as a way to promote the videos, but that didn't work either. So after I hit 1,000 subscribers, after I hit 2,000 subscribers, I continually posted shorts for a while until a little bit earlier this year. But before I get to that point, I want to talk about first when I quit doing 4 vlogs per week. You know, I was posting 4 long form videos per week, and I was getting to the point where I was starting to get sick of what I was posting. Like, I still loved making videos, but I wasn't really happy with the stuff that I was making. In a way, I felt like my skills had improved to a point where doing videos the way I was currently doing them, I was as far as I was going to get with that strategy. But it took me a little while to admit that to myself because I really just wanted to post a lot of videos. But once I finally admitted that to myself and was like, okay, we need to take a step back, 1 video per week, it's going to be okay. If I take a hit, I take a hit. That's just how it's going to be. But to my surprise, my first video I posted when I was going weekly got a ton of views. And from that day on, I was like, okay, this is going to be the way to go for a while. So with that, I had been doing weekly videos, until earlier this month. Now, before I carry on with that, let's go back to the shorts. January of this year, I started getting back into posting shorts regularly. My plan was to do 1 short per day, but make it a lot better than the 4 shorts a day I was doing previously. So in January, like I said, I got back into posting shorts, and I kept posting shorts regularly until about August. And then when August came around, I got sick of it. I was done. I quit YouTube Shorts. And from the moment I quit YouTube Shorts and continued to post my weekly videos, the viewership on my weekly videos continued to grow. And that was completely contrary to what I thought was going to happen. So safe to say I was really, really happy with that. And since that point, I've been making weekly videos all the way up until earlier this month. And this is a part of the story that brings us to November 30th of 2023. So Vlogmas is already kind of off to a rocky start because I can't find my Santa hat. 2 years ago, this was the day that I shot episode 1 of Vlogmas 2023. Now, several months prior to starting Vlogmas, I had been really thinking about doing it and considering it heavily. And I think I don't remember when it was, but there was a point during this year that I was like, you know what? Commit to it. I'm going to do Vlogmas this year. And having commit to it so early, I decided, well, you know what, let's get a list of ideas, let's start brainstorming, let's start writing. I wanted to get a plan made so I could make these videos daily and also maintain sort of a degree of quality to them, not just make them ho-hum daily videos that kind of suck. Like, I really wanted to try and make them as close to my weekly videos I had been doing as I could. So, November 30th, I started shooting episode 1. And if you guys have been keeping up with Vlogmas, you know what happened after that. Everything in the past few years, I think, has built up to this year's Vlogmas. And so that's pretty much it. That is my journey on YouTube. It is, to my understanding, much longer than most people are willing to do YouTube for without much success. But personally, I think that depends on what your definition of success is. Somebody could think, oh, that's not success because you haven't made any money. But what I say is, I've been doing the thing that makes me happy all the time for the past almost 5 years. I've met some great people and had some awesome opportunities from doing this thing that I do, regardless if I made any money on it. And obviously at some point I would love to make this the full-time gig. To do that, obviously I need money. So watch all the way to the end of the video. So I may not have 1 million subscribers or making a ton of money on YouTube, but I'm happy. One thing throughout this entire journey that has stayed true is making these videos, no matter what their evolution may be, making these videos is what makes me happy. And as long as I can do this, then I'm good. So, to those of you that have been here either from 2019 or you just subscribed from watching this video, however long you've been here and supporting the channel, I want to say thank you. Without you guys watching these videos, like, I would still probably post them, but it would be a lot harder to do without the support from all of you people. It helps so much to see all of your comments, to see that you guys have watched the videos, to hear feedback. Like, that is what that helps keep me going so much. And as this next full year of the channel comes to a close, I also want to say that I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to make these videos and continue to try and make them better so that one day I can do this all the time, and that one day this can be my job. So once again, thank you to everyone who's been here. Thank you to everyone who's supported. Thank you to everyone who has watched these videos. Even if you've only watched one, thank you for watching. Now, for those of you that stuck to the end of the video, first of all, thank you. And second of all, you guys probably know that throughout Vlogmas I've done the Lego Advent Calendar. And I think that's been such a fun thing to do. So in honor of this being the last episode, I wanted to do it together this time. So, here it is. This is the box. Day 24. It's the very last one. I've opened all of them, and I know exactly what this one's going to be, but it's Santa Claus. 2023 Advent Calendar, empty, just like that. Finally, I can get that box out of my office. For some reason, they've given me a backup Santa beard. Boom, 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 and boom.